Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Conrad, and this is Breakthrough Groundworks. So, starting this YouTube channel to just document the day in the life of an asphalt contractor, and doing asphalt and a little sprinkle of concrete throughout the time here. But just want to let you know what we're doing right now. We're doing a good old-fashioned mill and fill. And so I really wish I had the measurements right off the top of my head, but I think this could be 17 by 40. I think so. We got two mill and fills that we have going on right now. So as you can see, this kind of weird looking machine, that's a cold planing machine, or a cold miller. And so this thing's amazing. It's 4 feet wide, and that's plenty for what we were using it for. Gets the job done. Something that would take us with our planer attachment on our skid steer, it'd probably take us maybe like 4 hours to get this job done. It only takes maybe an hour and a half for the cold milling machine. I mean, the more it could just be on a straightaway, the better. And you're just seeing right now it's doing some quick work of some edges. So one thing to know about cold milling machines is that maybe a foot after they started their milling and a foot before they end their milling, it looks perfect. It's flawless. I mean, edges are great. Things are dialed in. I think we had it for this one. We had to go 2.5 inches depth. But as you can see right now, it already milled the long ways of this patch. And as you can see right now, it's trying to mill the width of this, and so the reason why it's doing that, so it can get us a nice clean edge, because in the city that we work in, Bakersfield, California, the inspectors, they're a little picky, and they want to have those clean edges right there. So it beats us having to go behind the milling machine and take like a walk behind saw or a chop saw and try to get that nice cut. This miller could just do it right away. Like I said, it just treats the asphalt like paper. It just rips it up like nothing. And so shout out to PRS, Paving Recycling Systems. They always help us out with these things. We had our good friend Abraham Perez, who always puts everything in motion, so we're always really grateful for that. And then as you can see, we have Allen B Trucking that helped us with the transportation of this material. So things you really want to understand when you're doing a milling project is you want to make sure you have your trucks lined up. For this particular project, we have it wasn't too big of a project, so we only needed 2 trucks. But like I said, if you don't have the right amount of trucks, it really stops the milling machine. If the milling machine can just go like straightaways and just keep on going, as long as your truck's ready to be filled up with the material that's inside of it, then it just keeps on going. There's nothing stopping it. And so, but it has to stop when there's not a truck around right there. It also can pulverize asphalt and leave it there. If you just needed it to, like, if you were like in between trucks and you're doing something like we were just doing, where we were trying to get the clean edge, then you're all right with doing that, because you could have your guys, your machines pick that up itself. Right now, it's going on to the second patch that we're doing, and this one was a little smaller. I want to say this one was about like 10 by 20. I think it was about a 10 by 20. But as you can see, you got the trucks lining up. As long as the trucks are there, you're all good. One thing to also notice, and this is something I'm learning myself because I feel like I'm wearing a lot of hats, is you're trying to schedule the milling machine, you're trying to schedule the trucking, you're trying to schedule the asphalt, you're trying to schedule traffic control. That brings me to like our traffic control as well. Shout out to B&F Traffic Control. They always help us out. They're always I always feel bad sometimes, because sometimes I'll change things like the day before, and they're really flexible with us, so I really appreciate that. But the one thing, as you have all this stuff done, or all these people arranged, you also want to make sure you want to maximize profit. So even though the job only entails us milling and grinding the asphalt and then putting back new asphalt, you have to put the milling somewhere. So if you're really thinking ahead, you try to contact people around the area that you're working, and you're trying to see if you could sell these millings to asphalt grindings to somebody. And there's always going to be somebody that needs this. Like if you have somebody that has a farm or somebody that has like some open areas, like using this and compacting it is so much better than just trying to compact dirt. I mean, dirt gets dry, it gets dusty, things like that. So if you could sell it, then you're really thinking ahead. You're making money two ways like that. Now it brings me to this next point of the video, is that we finally got our asphalt. The great thing is that the plant was only within like 3 miles away, so it was really great. The truckers, they were able to drop it off at a customer's house, and then they were able to pick up the new asphalt. And so as you can see, we have our paver right there, the 8500 Leeboy 8500. And man, this thing is such a dream. Like I always tell the guys, I always like joke around, like I wouldn't say I'm like too old, I'm 35, but when I talk to like guys that are 50, 60 years old, you know, that's like you're still a baby to them. But I always tell them, I said, like when I was 12, like we didn't have nearly as much equipment and tools as we have now. Like a lot of stuff was handwork. And so when I was like 12, 13, 14, I mean, we probably would have had like a busted paver. We might have had that, or we might have just used a skip loader and just used a Gannon to spread out the material. But there was going to be a lot of handwork involved, and a lot of people. So grateful to be able to have the paver right here, spreading out this material. As you can see, I didn't mention it, but in the beginning of the video you saw our skid steer. It's a Cat 262 D3 with a sweeper attachment on top of it, and that thing just picks up everything. A lot of the stuff is being used, a lot of the work is being done by the equipment, trying to save our guys, make sure that they come back the next day. And so as you can see, we're working on the next patch right here. Really appreciate that traffic control. If you can, again, put that traffic control in your budget. I mean, it's just, I mean, before we would try to go out there with a whole bunch of cones, and you know, you have a half an hour to 45 minutes. I mean, this is pretty straight away, but you have a half an hour, 45 minutes of guys, you know, that are not equipped and don't really have the know-how how to put cones down, and so they'll just spend most of that time just putting cones, instead of now when you have a traffic control company, they have it all ready. You just come in, you do your work, and then when you're done, they clean up, and that's the beauty of it. I remember we just try to think we're saving money by not having traffic control companies, and it really doesn't really save that much money, especially when you need to close down a road. Like as you can see right here, one road is closed down, so you're going to need flaggers on each end to make sure that your traffic can go in and out. And again, at the very least, it takes the liability off of you and puts it back on a different company. So definitely worthwhile, I would say. Definitely something to think about. Really like the views of this drone, like to be able to see these aerial views and see how everything's kind of coming together. It makes it really look really clean and crisp. But yeah, like I said, just being able to have that paver, just doing it in one swoop. Makes it so worth it. Yeah, as you can see, that's the first section that we just did, or that we did before that last section, and so it came out pretty smooth, as you can see. Ready for some striping, and then it's back in action. trying to get you guys the whole scope of everything, how everything looks. And actually this is in front of a school, and I'll probably mention about schools later, doing projects in front of schools. But anyways, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you can see how we are, what we do on a day-to-day basis as Breakthrough Groundworks. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you.